Hey, all right. So every week I'm going to be posting a announcement that just lets you know what you need to be working on this week, and then just kind of give you some tips of things you might need to know as you're going through and doing all this work. All right. The good news is week one, we're going to treat this mostly like as an introduction week. Drop add is still through the end of the week. That means that it's possible some students might be leaving, other students might be coming in. I didn't want to get too far ahead. So if you're here week one and you're watching this, it should be a pretty easy week. One thing I did want to mention though is I have to mark students as having attended. And when I do that, your financial aid gets released, or I have to mark you as having attended, or you get dropped from the class within the second week. So the way we do that in online classes is you have to complete an assignment. So just as soon as you get a chance, we don't have that much to do this week, but do at least one of these assignments. If it were me, I would do all of them so that you've got all these out of the way. But as soon as you complete something, I'll be able to mark that you've attended, and you won't have to worry about financial aid or getting dropped or anything like that. Okay? All right. So week one, our intro stuff. First off, if this was a traditional class, I always do a quick, it's kind of like a cheesy quiz of tell me a little bit more about you. What's your name, major, where are you from, interesting fact about yourself. But I like that because it helps me get to know my students. I get to learn names. I get to learn a little bit about you. So I'm going to do something like that for our online class. I'm just calling it an About Me survey. And what you'll do is go over to the Quizzes tab to the left. And at the very top, it should say About Me survey. This is a quick, I think it's like 5-question quiz just to get to know a little bit about you. And I also want you to think about things like, how am I going to do well in this class? If you didn't pick up on this yet, go to the syllabus, and there's a section that says Strategies for Success. And it's just a quick list of things that you can do to make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance to do really well in this class. So read over that, and then when you get to the question about, it says something like online classes can be a little difficult. What do you plan to do well? Think about those things when you write your answer, okay? We'll make that worth 5 easy points so everyone can start the semester with 100 in here. So that works for everybody. There's also a syllabus quiz. So go to the syllabus tab to the left, open up the syllabus. You can print it off, read through it. And then once you feel pretty comfortable with that information, there's a syllabus quiz right underneath the syllabus. It's going to have 5 easy questions. They're going to be things like, what's the date of our first exam? What section is this? Where can you find my office? And things like that. So just do that one. Again, 5 easy points. And when you read through the syllabus, again, I know I'm stressing it, but focus on that Strategies for Success section. Keep that in mind as we start the real coursework. All right. There is a diversity project. This is something we do in all of our science classes here at Gadsden State. So go to the left tab, go a little bit lower where it says Diversity Project. And what you'll see is there's 3 different biographies that you're going to open up and read about different medical scientists. Once you have read those, feel comfortable with the material, there is a 10-question quiz. Now, this used to be just like a regular assignment, but what I've done is I've turned this into a bonus assignment. So this is a chance to earn bonus points right at the beginning of the semester. Bonus also means that it doesn't count against you, so just feel free to do it. It's not going to hurt your grade. Read those biographies. You can have them open when you're taking the quiz. That's perfectly okay. Can't do anything like that during a test, but for these diversity projects and the syllabus quiz, have the material out in front of you. That's fine. So read through the biographies, make sure you know the material, and then answer those questions. And if you're not sure about a question, open the biography back up and double check. That is due. All of the assignments I've said so far are due Sunday, September the 4th. So that's next Sunday. I pushed it off a little bit because, like I said, some students may be adding this week. But even though you've got until next week to do that, try to go ahead and complete all of those assignments because we're going to have a new batch of stuff to do next week. All right? Finally, the last thing. I've stressed this probably too much. You might be tired of hearing it already, but for online science classes, you're going to do your labs at home, and in order to do that, you have to buy a lab kit. So if you will go to the Lab tab to the left, there's a video that I've recorded for how to sign up for SI Cloud is the name of our lab website, and that video also shows you how to order the lab kit. So this week, before we do the real labs, I want you to go ahead, sign up for SI Cloud. That's the website. You need to have an account to be able to do that. Purchase your lab kit. Our first lab is due at the end of week 3. And I know that sounds like that's a ways off, but if you buy the lab kit, sometimes it can take a couple weeks for your kit to actually arrive. So that means in order to make sure that you've got your kit by the time you need it, you need to buy the lab kit. Make sure that you purchase that as soon as possible if you haven't done that already. All right. The other thing is that there are a few prerequisite activities that you're going to need to do before you do the real lab. So there's a getting started activity. There is a lab safety activity, and those are just going to kind of go through the safety rules and make sure that you know how to use that website. There's another real quick one that says lab kit inventory, and that's just going to get you to check your lab kit as soon as it arrives and make sure that everything was in that kit. This company, they're really good if they do make a mistake, if something gets broken or if you're missing something, they're really good at sending you that equipment that you need. But you need to do that early in the semester, because later on, let's say like it's a Saturday night in October and your lab is due tomorrow, and you realize that one of the pieces is broken, or maybe they didn't send you the right specimen, you're not going to be able to get that equipment in if you wait until it's due. But if you'll go ahead and do that at the beginning of the semester, they'll be able to help you out. Okay? I promise these are not always this long. Week one, there's just kind of a lot to go through. But make sure you do all of those assignments. If at any time you feel lost, or if you can't find anything, or if you have any technical issues, please reach out. Let me know. I'll be glad to help as much as I can. All right? Thanks, and have a good first week.